Recording the computer. I'm gonna hit start on my timer. In five, or in three. I'm sorry. In three, two. What are you
Hey,
doing?
what would I do? What do you mean? What am I doing?
We're live. I just counted you in. What's up? Two guys from two worlds. This is the FlipSide. New episodes uploaded on YouTube every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, your hosts, Jay&Noel.
If you have a high school friend 30 years ago, and then all of a sudden you have the internet and you can do a podcast, what would you do?
What will you
Do
talk
a
about?
podcast. Do a podcast.
Right. If you have a
Two
friend,
Filipino friends from high school. Here we are putting our dirty faces on the internet.
can I just say that we're late an hour for a particular reason again?
Yeah. It's my
Apologize
fault.
to me, damn it.
Good morning. I'm sorry to keep you up way past your bedtime.
Yes, it is 7:40 p.m. where I am in the United States right now, and it's 8:40 a.m. in the Philippines.
The bright side, though, is that we're going to go back on TikTok after a week of being banned.
Correct.
Back on TikTok and not back, on Facebook for the first time. We are on Facebook for the first time. Somebody's finally figured it out.
That's
Welcome
right.
back.
Welcome, Facebook world.
So this is what it feels like to be on Facebook.
This is what it feels like to be simultaneously streaming at the same time. I wonder if we're able to stream of multiple platforms at the same time.
Yeah, you just have to be a millennial to figure it out.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen, dude.
Make millennial friends.
Yeah. Good morning. What's up? So why were you overslept again?
Please don't ask me how my week was, but why we overslept again? Now we just had a long trip back from Makati last night, which we thought would take, I don't know actually how long it took, but it took much longer than I thought it would take. Traffic.
Makati? Why Makati?
Remember I told you I used to do voiceovers?
No, you got the job?
No. I used to do voiceovers.
Oh, yeah.
Back in like 2002 up until like 2010 or something like that. And then I moved to Cebu, so that kind of died out. Actually, I did a couple of projects from Cebu or in Cebu.
Right.
For
good morning.
Some projects in Manila. So we just recorded the voiceovers in Cebu. I happen to be working in a radio station.
Right.
Anyway, moved back to Manila. My son was born and, life happened. Just really got busy. And then I was like, wait a minute, I need some money. Maybe I still have some old checks from before. So I go knock over their accounting department and ask if I can get paid. I have, a few here and there.
Tell me you got.
And then it finally occurred to me, maybe I should update my voice file a couple of weeks ago and maybe do more voiceovers. But in the back of my mind, I still have some projects that haven't been paid for.
Right.
But maybe I could update my voice file and then do maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's funny though, because they moved to a new office and then like 90% of their staff, seems new. New meaning.
You still didn't answer the question that I asked. Did you get paid from your past job?
Yes and no. For some projects, yes. For some projects, no.
Why?
Just because they don't pay all the time. So
okay.
And it's funny because their accounting department will blame me. It's like, why don't you call? Why don't you ask for it? Why don't you ask for to be paid? It's like, I did, but you said to follow up next week and then next week. And then it finally got tiring. And then I just didn't follow up anymore. Now, 5 years later, I still haven't been paid.
Was it a substantial amount that you got at least yesterday? Was it pretty decent?
No. The one 2 weeks ago, I got like 1,000 pesos.
Shut up.
Yeah, because sometimes you do a recording, right? You do the job. And then the client, it's part of the contract. They could just decide to say, we don't want him anymore. We want to get a girl, for example. They could change their mind any minute. So I could be set up for a big amount, and then all of a sudden,
No.
here you go. Thank you for coming. We'll call you again next time.
You need an ironclad contract, man.
I need maybe I need an agent. I don't know, whatevs. But so that's that. And then sometimes I'm there for 5 minutes, and then I'm a one-day millionaire all of a sudden. So it's a crapshoot, really, to be honest. But it was nice to see old friends. It was really nice because like 90% of the people there are new, and then the utility guy, the lady in the kitchen, the production assistant, they're all like, oh, hey, Noel, hey, it's nice to see you again, blah, 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 And then all the other like millennial staff that are there, like, who's this guy? Why do they know him? And then even the owner himself like walked in like last minute, just I was about to leave. Like, hey, hey.
He actually said hi.
Yeah. It was nice. Like the old engineers that I've known since like 2002 were, still there. And it's funny when I say still there because there is one or two producers that I used to work with before, a couple of McDonald's.
Right.
No, several of the McDonald's voiceovers that I did has passed. Pumanaw na. So it's so weird.
I'm sorry, Pumanaw. You can't just say Pumanaw if I don't understand it. What's going on? Pumanaw what?
Namatay. Died already. Not because of COVID, but it's been a while since we saw each other.
Right.
Before the pandemic. So it's just kind of weird hearing people when you say still there and not there anymore. Not there anymore, meaning is it resigned or died? Not really sure what okay. Yun. So it was nice to see old faces, catch up a little bit on stories, and for what it's worth, it's nice to be in touch.
That's kind of cool, though. I'm kind of like envious of that. Being able to do something like that. You actually go in a recording studio and you're doing that. That's your job. I mean, if you actually push for it, I'm sure you can get a decent amount of work for it. But I'm just saying, just looking at it. Oh, I'm sorry. Christine sent me a video that she took.
Yeah, I don't know how to share it all of a sudden because I'm not on OBS
but that's
anymore.
kind of cool, though. Being in the actual sound booth and whatnot.
Well, it's much better. I was telling Christine, much better than doing it at home, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you just set up that office in particular, you can literally create a corner and have a sound booth of your own.
A few years ago, I was applying for a visa or something to do with my passport or whatever, and then I asked these guys, "Can you guys write me up like a little?" Yes, Noel De La Rosa does some work here, and he's done several projects, and yes, he's not going to be, just acknowledging that I do actually have a job.
Right.
They printed me out like all the stuff that I did. It was like 3 pages of. It's like, whoa, I did so much already. But the question is, how much of that was actually paid for, right? So,
well, that's probably your fault because you didn't go after it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't know why you're so lackadaisy about that kind of stuff, dude. I mean, seriously, maybe get a manager to do the dirty work for you. Who?
There she is, right here.
There you go.
You know what's funny about
percentage up front and then balance 50% up front and then the balance at the end.
I don't mean to brag here, but funny thing that I realized yesterday doing voiceover work. Now I'm doing much better reading Tagalog than English.
Oh, really?
Before it was like Tagalog, Noel De La Rosa. Are we sure about that? Like, are we gonna give him a chance for this one? And then they give me like 10 takes to try to catch up with the language to read it properly. First, it'll take me like 5 takes to read it properly, and then another 5 takes to try to say it properly.
Yeah.
But now it's like I'd read the script like in one go and it's done. And then, okay, that's good. We're happy now. And this is not, I'm sorry.
And that's in Tagalog?
Yeah, we did a few in Tagalog and then a few in English. Sorry, I couldn't answer your question if I got the job yesterday or not. The answer is no, because it wasn't for a job. It was for voice filing.
Got it. No, yeah, no. Just in case they need it.
Yeah, yeah. The way I was describing it to Tin was like, I'm like the girl on the street, and then these are like my bugao. So bugao, the pimp.
Okay, I didn't know what that was. I thought it was like some kind of these are my soup.
No. The pimp. So they pimp me, but they're the ones that walk to the they're the ones that walk to the client and introduce, let them know that I'm available.
Right.
So that's how they let
they're kind of like your staffing agent, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, they're actually called casters. Yeah. So they're my pimps.
Director. Yeah.
They're my pimps, but they're my I like to say bugo. They're my bugo, and then I'm the one that, so we came up with that sample for them to be able to pimp me out to the client in the future if they want to. So I have to be nice to them. That's why.
Man, if I was there and I had the equipment that you have, I'd be busting ass right now. Kid you not. That's just me. Like I'd build my own studio or sound booth in that room.
In this room?
Yeah, heck yeah. All you need is like literally one by one by one by one.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. You could fit a piano in the studio that I was at yesterday.
Yeah.
On this one, the couch behind me. That's the last piece of equipment or furniture that we're gonna have here. we're discussing another shelf. Like, where are we gonna put it?
Right.
So we're cramped up already. But anyway, so that's the sort of focus for the week. Just trying to catch up with old projects and updating my voice file for doing these side projects. But as grateful as I am for having been doing it for like since 2002, and then taking a long ass break, it's not regular work, because you can't really, well, at least not for me. Maybe for some people, maybe it is. Guys with golden voices, like, welcome to the Jay&Noel show.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
that kind of golden voices. But for me, I'm like, maybe we can get Noel or something like that. That's the. I think that's the caliber. Why are you
selling yourself short? It's so annoying. You don't seem to understand here, Cap. You have probably.
They were saying yesterday, here's a script. Try to do this one as manly and as sexy as you can. And then, so I did my thing, right? And then they're like, okay, that's as big as it's gonna get. Okay, let's move on.
That's as manly as it's gonna get.
Yeah, that's about it. It's not as
Yeah.
But it's funny because these new casters, they weren't as sort of versatile as the old guys before that I did it with. They were like, oh, you can like try to do like SpongeBob, like a Filipino version of SpongeBob, like, hey Patrick, but not. But here they just let me read it, and then it was fun, but it wasn't as like, because sometimes that would take an hour.
Yeah.
Like to do like 10, 11, 12, 15 scripts.
Right.
Yesterday, we just sort of breezed through it. I don't know if it was because I was already like seasoned and I already knew kind of what I was doing.
Right.
Before I'd be like, I'll get a glass of water.
Right.
After an hour. But yesterday I was like asking for a glass of water after 5 minutes, but we were done fast. Anyway, yeah. So that's my story.
Yeah. For the most part, though, in the commercials in the Philippines, they're all in English, right? For the most part, or majority of it.
Depends on the product. No, not always in English. Everything here is Tagalog. Karamihan Tagalog. Minsan nga I've done like Bisaya.
Really?
Yeah, Bisaya commercials. Not that I know how to speak it, but they'd hire a coach and then they'd hire me to pretend like I know how to speak it. So there'll be a voice coach right beside us to tell us how to say it properly.
Yeah,
that works. So there'd actually be different versions. There might be an English version, a Tagalog version, and then maybe a Bisaya version sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, so
I've
not
always
always
thought that
English.
that'd be a pretty cool job, though. It's like a voiceover. I know here it's actually it's like a hot commodity type of thing, but you need to have the voice type of thing, you know?
Yeah, no, here you just have to be kapal na mukha. It, it's funny because you know how I kind of started getting it. Sorry, if this my story is
No,
all
you're
like
fine. You're fine.
we were having like drinks one time with I had a friend that had Alan. Alan had he had this voice that's like, he's not exactly like the singer type of voice, but
Right.
he's been doing a little too much during his day,
Oh
like
my
yeah,
god.
like this kind of thing, like he's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah. And we're having kind of drinks one day, and it's like, oh, I gotta go. I have a recording too. It's like, recording? Are you recording an album?
Right.
No,
Right.
recording for
Right. Right.
like, oh, I want to do that. Oh, here's the phone number. And then next thing you know, I'm calling them and then I'm lined up for it. And then the thing that that got me my first gig was, I mean, my first audition. I was like, oh, what did you, what do you do? Like on the side, you're in school? Yeah, I was in school. Like, oh, I do theater. Oh, theater. Once you say that you're in theater, like all of a sudden they're like,
Oh, you have experience.
well, why don't you try this script? Or why don't you try that script? So,
Right.
but if you say maybe you're in accounting and you're really shy, that's
Well,
probably
what
gonna
do you think? Obviously.
kill your
Yeah, I'd like to
career.
audition for this commercial, but my experience is bookkeeping and typing.
Yeah, and I'm really shy.
You know, that would be pretty funny.
But like back in the green room or where I'm sitting around, I am really shy. But of
Right.
course, when you're behind the camera, behind the mic, you gotta like do something. And it's funny because most of the friends that I take with me to like sit around during the recording sessions,
Hmm.
they find it so not weird, but they always make fun of me. Like, wow, you're so into it. Like, wow, you're so into it. Like,
Right.
you have to be. You can't just do the voiceover with like, hi, I'm doing the voiceover today. Welcome to the show. It's like, no, you actually have to put your body into it. So that's my 2 cents for voiceover work.
Wow. Well, hopefully you get more jobs in regards to that because that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, fingers crossed. This time I actually get paid. Jeez.
Well, that's on you again. Use your manager. She's right there. Stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually had her do it because sometimes for some reason I feel embarrassed to call. Like, can I get my check now? Can I get my check now? Like every week, can I get my check now? Finally, I asked her to do it, and then accounting says, "Who's this? Oh, I'm calling for Noel De La Rosa. I'm his assistant, something like that."
Oh,
It's like, oh, okay, we'll check.
Nux. Oh, Nux. Hi. I'm Noel's manager. Oh, a big,
Agent.
No. So this last call, she said, "Oh, I'm Noel De La Rosa's assistant." On the next call, she's gonna promote herself. Yeah, I'm Noel De La Rosa's manager. I got promoted last week.
Yeah, it's funny though because I probably make myself sound like a little celebrity here, but not really. It's just like people walk in and out.
You have to upsell yourself. My wife used to be so not shy, but she's actually kind of like you. She undersells herself, right?
Mm.
But after 8 years with me, she's finally realized, you know what? I'm going to sell the crap out of myself. So she kind of like embellish is the wrong word, but it looks like she embellishes herself. Like, for example, she might have something on her resume, right? That's actually true that she's done, but what did you say? She fluffs it.
Okay.
So basically she fluffs it, So she'll still tell the story, but she's going to fluff it in a way that it's accurate, but more embellished.
Right.
Right. And exaggerated. So
exaggerated.
Right. So, and then the words that she's using are like more like Gen Z and millennial words, Updated her entire resume, which I think I need to do. But she's using words that are like I don't know, but Gen Z related type of words, or and it's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, there was a time where I felt like my resume was so wow, I've done so much stuff. Now I'm coming to a point that's like, that's all I've done?
Oh my God.
Jeez.
I've in my resume, on the other hand, I've actually done and accomplished quite a bit, especially in my old industry, right? I just don't know how to fluff it up, and I don't know how to sell it. My train of my train of thought and my wordings are still kind of old fashioned compared to now.
I came across somebody's Facebook post last night
Right.
saying something like, like here's my like a like a generational post the past 20 years. This is me working for this drugstore for the past 20 years. Do you guys have Watsons there in the US? None, no?
Watson's, that's like a Walgreens, I think, or a CVS.
Yeah. So I met her like 25 years ago, and then 5 years after that, which started her 20-year journey at Watson's. Yesterday, she was celebrating her 20 years anniversary in Watson's. I was like, wow. 20.
Well,
I don't know if I felt so jealous or what I felt, but like back in the days, my parents worked like 35, 40 years in the airline for Philippine Airlines. And they would tell me something like, you know what, there's nothing like this anymore. There's no like company, blah, blah, blah. Like, like when you retire, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, don't even worry about working for a company for a long time. Don't worry about company loyalty, because the company doesn't have loyalty to you.
Nowadays, that's how it is. I mean, in the last, 16 and a half years, I've only worked for 2 companies.
Apparently that's not true, because I don't think she's a millennial, but she's about 5-10 years younger than me. She's 20 years at Watson's. It's like, wow.
I think that's like a personal thing, though. Like, if for older people like us, it's just weird to older people now. Can you believe that?
And she had this like wall of text about her journey and starting from humble beginnings, taking care of other people, being a leader of the community kind of thing. Because she wanted to be a teacher when I met her. And I thought that's what she was going to do. And the next thing you know, she took on a job at Watson's for one reason or another. And then she ended up doing her teaching there as a manager, as some kind of a leader. She didn't really specify what she did. But
I
was like, wow, I'm happy for her that she's done something like that. And then at the end of her post saying like, congratulations to me that I've been working here for 20 years, like, cheers to here's another 20 years. The same company or to the future.
Those are people that actually love their job, though. You know what I mean? I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way you should stay in a job like that if you don't like it, that for that long, at least.
And some kind of discipline, some kind of loyalty or honor at working at the job.
I wouldn't equate it much to loyalty, but discipline, definitely. I mean, we have to admit that is the one trait that's really lacking nowadays. I mean, discipline. Some people just learn discipline at an older time in their life, but some people are just, the longevity and loyalty is not there anymore. It's all about trying to find other things.
Yeah, and I want to share one piece of wisdom that she shared on her post, something to the effect of the trash. The grass is truly greener on the spot that you water.
Seed.
No. The grass is greener where you water it. And
that makes sense.
Because there's that saying that the grass is greener on the other side.
Right.
And then, so the grass is greener where you water it. So it takes a lot of discipline to water the grass.
I don't know, though, if now my train of thought, especially when it comes to work, is shifting, because like her, she's probably thinking about stability as well, if that makes sense, and consistency. Nowadays, what?
You said two companies in 2 years or something like that?
No. 2 companies in 16 years, maybe
Oh
17.
wow. Oh, that's pretty close. That's half of that's
17, 16 years. Yeah, 2 companies.
wow.
Can you imagine that?
Whew.
For that, and literally since I was 30. Jesus. Since I was
Man, so
30, I've only worked in 2 different places. I'm 47 now. Man, well, you know what? It come to think of it, I've only worked when I was in my 20s, practically for 9 years straight, 10 years. I was in the hotel industry, and I worked with 3 different hotels. That's it. I've always worked at a place for a long period of time. Now it's different when I was 16. Well, I started working when I was 15 all the way to I was like 20 or 19 or 20 in California, where I jumped around. I delivered newspaper. My first job was delivering newspapers in San Francisco, in Daly City. Can you imagine riding that stupid bike up Gellert Boulevard? I'm not even kidding, man. It got so hard riding the bike with the paper bag attached to the bike that I actually wore a backpack instead, so I can just do this and toss it out.
Where were you? What? Sorry, what school were you in when you did? We already meet?
Westboro.
You were already doing that?
You were in
Every
7th
day?
grade. I was in 8th grade.
Right. Every day or just the weekends?
Every day, pretty much Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday. No, I take it back. 4 days a week. It was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah,
Or
because
was it only 3 days? I can't remember.
I helped someone with their paper out one time, a couple of times, and I was like, "How do you get this kind of a job?"
I had to go there. My first paycheck, I sent it all to the Philippines to pay some debt. I told you that. I told that story.
Where do you go? Like, actually, the guy never told me, but where do you go to get the job?
I can't remember. It was a local place in Daly City, and I delivered the San Francisco Chronicle.
Yeah, I think that's what we. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a local. It was the San Francisco Chronicle. I went to a local shop near Ceremony Mall that dispenses the paper. I picked it up. I went there as well, and then they paid me every week.
So you applied at the mall? That's where the office was?
Well, there was this little branch at Ceremony Mall. I remember that. So I went there. They hired me. I think it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I take it back. I can't remember. But in any case, for a 15-year-old, I was getting paid bank. You know what I mean? In 1 week, I was making maybe, I don't know, $300, $400 maybe.
Isn't it the best when you have to throw that new piece of paper and that newspaper that you're gonna throw on a driveway that's got like a whole mountain of other newspapers, and you just throw that new newspaper on the
my game was at Gellert. I don't know why. Okay. So I'd go up Gellert, right? And my papers were already rolled up and then rubber band. And I'm always aiming it at the window. I don't know why. I'm always flunging it up, and it's either hitting the garage door or the window.
Did you ever break a window?
Yeah, I never broke any, because it's not like I'm like chucking it, I'm just like but I used to deliver I think it was I think it was Ryan's house. I can't remember. So it's on the other side of Gellert Boulevard. On my way back, going back to Ceremony, I'd stop by Ryan's house to deliver paper as well.
I never knew you had a bike. That's weird. Okay.
But I always threw the paper. I always try to throw the paper underneath the car, so that whoever gets it would like have to crawl underneath to get it. I don't think I've ever told him that. But
that's funny.
And then there was a couple of times where he started using his truck. I would try to toss it on top of his truck. You remember the red truck? The red truck that he had. I would like go So he started parking his truck on the driveway, and I would try to just toss it on top of the truck, just and then just bolt ass.
That's funny.
And then
I know. Yeah, that's all I remember. Just the houses that didn't look like nobody was living in there, and then like all the grass was on the driveway, and then there's a whole stash of other newspapers that were
right.
already there. That's like my favorite house to throw newspapers at.
Speaking of now, all of a sudden we're reminiscing about Daly City. Remember, the one thing. Okay, like what you said, I hated the houses in Daly City because they
Mm,
all look like shoe boxes and they're all the same. The biggest
mm,
difference is the colors. That's it. You'll see a
mm,
beige one, an orange one, a pink one. But for
mm,
some reason, if your house is on a specific road, on a high road or a high hill, there's
mm,
always amazing views.
mm.
I don't know if you ever remember that,
Yeah.
but
Well, for us, it was the backyard. Yeah, the
yeah,
backyard had a nice view to it.
yeah. Our um uh my grandma's house had an amazing view in the back, where if it's not too foggy, you'll actually see the Golden Gate Bridge, at least the top part of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, and then you can actually see the airport, the downtown San Francisco.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
it was pretty cool. Unfortunately, you can only see it if it's not not foggy. That's
Like
the only
one day a year.
thing. Yeah, but I don't know why they built the houses like that though. You know what I mean? They all look alike.
That's easier.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, are those not prefabricated, but it's cookie cutter.
That's true. That's true.
I love the fact that sometimes the door's on the left and sometimes the door's on the right. It's just opposite, but it's still the same. It's like somebody just turned over the floor plan and said, we'll make a variation. Here you go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right. And if you get lost in your friend's house, kind of know where it is. You just twist it around in your head. Or no, but I would still get lost, even though the floor plan's the same,
Uh-huh.
because of all the furniture and all the people. You'd still kind of feel like there should be a toilet back there, but is it really there? Considering that everything else that they've done to the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, miss those days.
Yeah, man. Daly City was kind of like I don't know. Then that place just it was good and bad to me at the same time. you know. There's so many bad habits and bad. I mean, I almost freaking died there. But
When you started high school in El Camino, were you on that paper route still? When did you start? How many
I
years
was
did you
working
do that?
when I was I only did that for that one summer, and then when I was a freshman in high school, I started working at Ceremony.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Man, I worked at everywhere in that mall. At the Gap, Victoria's Secret, Prince Plus, J. Riggins. It's like a suit store. I worked at Macy's.
Mm.
I worked everywhere in that place. Man, it was fun working at that mall, though. I kid you not. You know?
Wow, you did the rounds.
Yeah, all your friends would come by. And then I'd go to school. When I was in high school, I'd go to school. I think my senior year, I remember I'd go to school from like 7 to 12:30. I'd work at one store from 1 to 5, 1 to 5, and then I'd work at another store from 5:30 to 11, and then go home, do homework, sleep, and the same thing the next day.
I never thought of myself working or in a mall. I kind of always thought I'd always be doing the paper out.
No, did you not do the paper route? You didn't work when you were here, though. You were still young, right?
No, 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 no. I did the paper out for a friend a couple of times just because he was sick or he needed some help, but
Did you
it
get
wasn't
paid?
my job. Yeah, he paid me like for the day,
Right.
but that's it. I mean, I can't really say that it was my job, but yeah, it was
Right.
a gig. But
Yeah.
no, I never really worked there.
Hmm.
And I thought that I would eventually do that paper out, but Never did.
Plus, how would you do it?
What?
How would you do it? You'd walk or take a bike or what?
Oh no, it was just walk. I never had a bike there too.
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
that's why I was saying that I didn't know that you had a bike.
Yeah, I had a bike. I biked around. How do you think I went to Gellert? Play basketball. How do you think I went to your house most of the time?
Well, that's why we hardly hung out. That's why I hung out with Anthony because he'd walk. He didn't have a bike,
Oh, sure.
or he'd take the bus with me.
Why would he take the bus to you? It's like 2 blocks at the other side of Geller Boulevard.
Nah, if we had like a martial arts practice, karate practice, or what.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That was that. Karate people hang out with karate people, and mall people. You were, yeah, that's the thing. You were in ceremony more than I was. So
I was there every day, but we hung out on weekends, sometimes after school if I'm not working.
Yeah, and your off days when you didn't have a bike with you. That's what I mean.
That's true. Well, there was a couple of times I had the bike with me.
I don't remember.
Especially when we were filming in that woods area. We were filming that what was that? The Blair Witch thing? Not Blair Witch. Remember we were filming that film for my English class. And then we would end up having to film overnight. Or not overnight, but towards the nighttime, and then I had to give you a ride on my bike to your house.
What?
Yeah, dude. Because your mom would get mad.
I neither confirm nor deny. I don't remember that.
Oh my God. Seriously, Tess. Do you remember doing the videos in my garage too? Filming that English class, the newscast?
Yeah, it's so frustrating. I can't find a copy of that video.
Oh,
I know I have it somewhere, but can I show you some other videos that I do have?
Yeah.
That's in somebody else's garage.
Oh, I've seen this one. This is the one with Anthony.
Yeah, this one cost me a fortune to get these converted to digital. But yeah, no, I wanted to look at some other ones.
Was that Garrett?
Wait, who it could be? There you go. Special Noel. No. That was some guy named Mark. But yeah. That's Garrett Simpson there.
Yeah.
That's right. This is us sparring in Mark's garage.
Yeah. No, this is Anthony's garage.
No. This is Mark's.
Oh, okay.
Mark's. I don't think we ever had space to spar at Anthony's garage. There'd always be laundry on the floor. This one's all spruced up because there was a rug. The garage was carpeted. Yeah, carpeted, and
I think I've only been there once.
Yeah,
that's Mark right there sitting. Oh my God, is that Eric Ting?
Yeah,
that's Eric, right?
Right.
That's crazy.
So, anyway, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, we got some old videos here that I wanted to show off.
Man, if you could find those projects that we did, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's the one project that I couldn't find, man.
I used to have that jacket. 49ers jacket,
49ers jacket. Yeah, so the one no, I don't know where it is. I don't know what you're talking about though. The what's that? Julius Caesar book report that we did.
Something like that. Yeah.
I haven't come across it, but this was one of the first ones that we did, that Anthony and I did in my cousin's garage.
Right.
Editing on camera.
You had one where we were all playing charades too.
Yeah.
Look, that's that jacket you always wore, the blue puffy one.
Yeah, that I got at the surplus store for like $1.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
Yeah. So where was this going to lead to? I forget what I was going to say. But anyway, yeah. So we were so desperate to try to film. It was at night. Now, you've seen my real...
Jesus Christ.
Anyway. Yeah, so nothing about our book report or the anything else. But it was just a lot of like, okay, it's almost midnight. You got to go in like 15 minutes. Let's shoot something before you go. So there.
Right. Man, I hope you find it though. That'd be pretty cool if you found it.
It's there somewhere. I just haven't digitized like 100% of all my tapes. Look at my
What the
haircut.
hell is that? Are you wearing shorts under your pants all the way up your waist?
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Nice.
And then he's at the back of the Christmas tree. Here's take 2. Anyhow, that's all I got.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that I had these tapes. I had these digitized. It cost me an arm and a leg, but I thought it was worth it. And then it turns out I wasn't able to do all of the tapes that I had. How do I stop sharing? There.
Wait, did you not even look to see what you had before you started digitizing it?
No, I couldn't play it. I didn't have a player. I just knew someone that could do it, and he said, "I'll do it," but it would like be 1,000 pesos per tape. There's like long tapes. Anyway,
Jesus,
so there, yeah.
1,000 pesos per tape? That's expensive.
It is. It is. Like those long VHS tapes. They do the whole tape.
Can you imagine, dude? We've known each other for what? 25 years? Almost 30 years?
Well, we've known of each other for the past 25 years, but we haven't really been in touch. Did I show you just one last thing?
Yeah.
Speaking of knowing each other for all these years, remember you mentioned something about being in the forest? The forest's coming up there.
Jesus Christ.
Back of Anthony's house. This is off of Lyset Circle.
Yep, that's where I used to live, Lyset Circle.
So you must
that's
be familiar with this.
Directly in my backyard where the tennis courts were.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly, it is. This is what
I think that's the same tree where we filmed that one scene where the hanging witches were.
I was about to say this is what we were doing while you were at your paper route. To each his own, you know. To each his own. Yeah. So this one's exactly right by the tennis court.
Tennis courts. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So filmed in the camera of my auntie that I never returned. I borrowed her camera. I never gave it back.
Right.
Until I bought one. I gave her the old camera back, and I was using the new one.
Right. All right, you can stop screen share now.
Yeah, it's funny though because we just come up with these storylines as we were shooting. So
right,
that's why it's painful to watch it sometimes because it was like, we could have thought about this or we could have done that.
It's not painful to watch. If something like that, if I had all of my childhood, my past things, videos and whatnot, man, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I'll play this in the background and see if I come across your 2 seconds of fame in our videos.
Oh my God. Jesus. Yeah, but for all these times that we've known each other, it's like only 4 years that we actually hung out. Maybe 4.
Right.
You know. 4 or 5
yeah.
years. And it's not like it was all the time, but we still what was built was pretty strong, and here and there in between then and now, we like connected. This podcast actually was already discussed years ago. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay, stop what you're doing because you're getting distracted. Seriously. You do this all the time. Stop it. Stop clicking. Because when you get distracted, you're like, yeah.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No. Engage.
No, because I have a feeling you're gonna shed a tear or cry here. Like, okay, so we've known each other for 25 years.
Before I shed a tear. I'm never gonna cry in this show ever again.
ever again? You mean you did before?
I did.
Yeah.
I think I did.
I remember. I think you did. So what about this one? So you're like, we know each other for 25 years. We've hung out for 4 years. So that's my point. We've known of each other for 20 something years, but it's not like we didn't know each other. But
no. But what I'm saying is, it felt like there wasn't much that was missing.
not really been doing much.
It's like we just picked off our conversation from where we left it. That's how it felt like.
Isn't it? Is it? It's not a sarcastic question, but is it like that for most people?
No, not at all.
What is it like? No. But I mean, like, there's the conversation that looks like we left off. But what I mean is like,
well, it felt like we didn't really lose contact with each other.
Yeah. No. I think I'm talking about something different. Like,
was it the same dynamic with other people? Conversation?
No. Probably not. That's what I mean. I'm probably not talking about dynamic. I'm thinking of, maybe I'm relating it to my friend's post yesterday, working at Watson's for 20 years. Maybe something to the effect of like some life-changing event happened. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because no major life, well, except for, having a son.
Or the entire 20 years.
Or moving in the Philippines. But yeah.
I think it's the way. So we used to hang out quite a bit, especially towards the end, because I remember you coming to my place or me going to your place, all of a sudden you getting hit at the fact that you are going to leave. And that's when you were like,
I didn't cry.
You were about to shed a tear.
Oh,
you were so worried about your girlfriend at that time.
Okay. No, that's a life-changing thing. Who turns out to be gay like 10 years later.
Was that your doing?
No, I don't think so.
Don't say it. We're on Facebook. Don't say it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So,
but that's what I mean. Maybe that's the kind of life-changing thing, and I was kind of expecting or hoping for. Somebody turns out to be gay, or they turn out to
stop saying it.
No, it's no. We're not gonna get banned, are we?
I hope not.
But nothing offensive. But what I mean is maybe that's something big, or like, oh wow, you've been working at Watson's for the past 20 years. That's a big change.
Well, I think what you're trying to get at here is, so we used to hang out, and all of a sudden you disappeared, or there was that big break in regards to our friendship and us knowing each other. That when we started talking again and catching up, it didn't feel like a whole lot of time has passed. It felt like we're just starting to catch up from where we ended. Did that make sense?
Be careful. Your wife might get jealous.
No, my wife's right there. She's sexy.
Is she with you?
She's right there. She can hear what's going on.
Moral support.
Yeah, baby.
Look at me. Like nobody here. Just the dog.
Well, she's sitting there because that's where the comfortable pillow is, but she's not even listening.
Okay, you were saying.
So I was saying, because I think it's because our friendship was so comfortable. That sounded pretty, but it was so comfortable where we didn't really have any negative aspect in regards to our friendship, that when you moved away, to be honest with you, I don't really remember how it felt.
That's why you started doing drugs.
Oh, possibly. There was no positive influence.
No, not even positive influence. You were trying to get over the fact that your friend
subconsciously
moved away.
Right. I was holding in the pain. Is that what it was?
You were holding in the pain.
Yeah, but
it smells like my dog farted.
Ew.
Stinks. I didn't do it.
Maybe it's your upper lip.
Tin's not here. I brushed my teeth a while ago. No. I mean, there's nobody else to blame except the dog who's facing the door with his ass face back to me. Sorry, I'm getting
Sorry.
distracted from all
Can
these.
you imagine though? What if you never left? You know what I mean?
I could be doing drugs too.
Would we actually have maintained our friendship? What would you think would you be doing?
Yeah, I'd probably be doing drugs. I don't know.
You'd probably be doing drugs too and sleeping at the bar.
Yeah, that's right. That's not too far off. Yeah. No, seriously though, I don't want to like dig into your hole, but why do you think you got lost in that direction? Why do you think you ended up sleeping at the bar on drugs?
It's just a lifestyle.
You know, but were you coping with something or trying to like get away from?
It was absolutely the lifestyle. I was addicted to the lifestyle. I had money. I had people that I knew at that time. I had a sick ass car. I was working in the morning at a regular place and then working at a club at night. It was cool. It was fun.
So the money helped.
Oh yeah.
The access helped.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
And then knowing the people which are customers back then, you know, I literally had a drawer full of cash.
Nice.
You know?
No, I mean, like the reason I ask is because, like, what kind of circumstances would have led me to fall into something like that, or just not even
everybody's different.
Yeah. No, but not even the drugs. Like, so just thinking of our financial situation, I don't know. I really can't, for the life of me. I think I thought about this before. I don't think I don't know where I would have ended up. I'd probably end up at a community college if I was still interested. I was really into school. I was like a full-blown nerd, I think, although I wasn't very smart. The grades wouldn't show it.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because you had the look of a nerd, but you weren't really bright.
That's right. I realized that. So I got the glasses. I got the whole getup and everything.
It's not that you weren't bright. You were kind of lazy.
But I had a C+ average score.
Because you were lazy.
C average regular score. What is it?
Yeah.
So, somebody was busy making pandesal in the kitchen. Wow.
Oh, wow. Freshly baked pandesal?
Yeah. So my dad's
awesome.
been like, I like your pandesal better than
outside.
better than the outside.
Right.
So we're talking about kung ano daw nangyari sa akin if I was still living there.
Oh.
In the US or what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think. I would probably end
That's
up
hard, huh?
in.
Mas active siya dyan eh.
Do you think, I mean, you definitely would have acclimated to the Western lifestyle. I don't even think you and I would still be friends if you lived here. If you didn't move away.
That's true. That's true. I don't know how we're getting into this now. I don't know.
Mas okay kasi yung
I don't know how.
Ayoko talaga, like, kunwari example, yung mga pamangkin ko, ayoko magi-stay sila dito sa Pilipinas. Gusto ko sa abroad sila.
Yeah, her nephews that are visiting in this December, she's actively discouraging them from living here.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Walang sports dito, tahimik, at saka compare dun kasi.
Depende. If you go to a private school, obviously they have it.
No. Kasi nag-private schools sila, mamahaling school na, dinala na namin dito, wala. As in.
Maski sa Ateneo, LaSalle, Assumption.
Ano na to? Yeah.
No,
binagsak sila. Alam mo yung hiningi sa kanila? Binagsak sila sa Pilipino. Hinihingi USB para ipasa.
Ibang ano naman na yun. Pero
money?
No, USB stick.
Yeah.
You know, the back in the days.
Yeah, para daw ipasa kasi bagsak daw sa Pilipino.
Kapalit. That was just one school. Some twisted teacher asking for a USB stick to pass the kids in
I don't know what a USB stick is.
Ang mahal-mahal ng tuition fee, 100 plus.
What do you call that? Where you transfer files on like a little external disk that you put
the external drive? The teacher's asking for that as a bribe?
Yeah.
Why?
Para daw ipasa.
That's so stupid.
Anyway, to give you an example of what goes on, right?
Yeah. Pero, I mean, I was like thinking as well, sabihin na lang natin hindi ako pumunta rito.
Mm.
You know? Or after 2 years or 3 years of living here, I was sent back home.
You'd be sundalo in Mount Krame. Camp
Oh,
Krame.
God, man.
Mm.
Can you imagine? I can't picture. That's why now that I'm older, I am so grateful
Mhm.
about every opportunity that I get, especially now that I'm older, you know. Do I have any regrets about how I lived the past? Probably not, because it definitely taught me a lot about life as I know right now.
Mm.
I just wish that I would have maybe the last couple of years before meeting my wife. I just wish I would have taken a different direction. But you know, it's okay. Working on it now and whatnot. Pero yeah, you know what though? It's hard too. You know, AC just said if I didn't come here, I wouldn't have wouldn't have my daughter right now. I wouldn't have met my wife.
Right.
You know, is that something that I want to exchange to be able to go back and redo it again? Like, you know, if you're a time traveler, you're given that option. If you were given that option right now, I'm going to give you an option. You get the opportunity to go back into time and redo your life. Would you do it?
Yeah. Of course.
Jesus. Really?
Yeah.
But you'd have to give up everything right now.
Oh, right now?
Obviously, if you leave it now, you're not going to have it in your past. Ding dong. Tanga.
Yung itsura ni Noel.
Yeah. Yeah,
See?
yeah. The answer is yes.
You would, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know.
Yeah. Kasi hindi pa ako
maybe.
kumakain. I haven't had breakfast yet. But yeah, I think the answer is yeah.
Nasusunog na yata yung pandesal. Check mo muna sandali.
Hindi pa. Nagpapa-double size pa ako eh.
Teka. So,
just waiting for it to expand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. I don't know if I can say the same. It's gonna be really tough for me to say the same, honestly. Because even though it's a struggling life right now, financially, you know, or getting by here and there, it's hard to give up that what I have surrounding me, the people wise, you know. Hindi ko talaga yata may exchange, even though I don't know. I mean, I'd have to think about that. Is it possible that I might take the same path where I might meet my wife still and then have my daughter and kids? You know what I mean?
Mm-mm. Yeah, of course. I get you. But
sayang eh, nakakaano. But at the same time, you don't want to sound selfish. At the same time, you want to go back in time and like redo some of the stuff, you know?
No, it's the morning. I still have that adventure spirit in me. So I was like, yeah, for adventure's sake, sure. Let everything go. Go for it. Let's see what happens. But at the end of the day today, I'll be like, let's see. Ano bang, huh?
Napapaisip ka ba at your age? Anong, like 45 ka na ngayon, turning 50s.
Don't say 50s.
Ano naiisip mo sa'yo?
Yun nga yung pinag-usapan namin buong show. Like, how did we end up talking about this like the whole freaking show? Aren't we running out of time? Don't we have to like move to the next episode?
Stop doing this. Every time we talk about something like this and have a good conversation, you always try to stir out of it. Stop it.
Nag-i-skip parate.
Mawis na yung kilikili ko eh.
Maligo kasi. Hindi ka naliligo eh.
A little too personal, too uncomfortable to talk about. What's the question? Ano na yung tanong ulit?
Anong naiisip mo at your age, 45 ka na,
Yun.
in the future?
Nasabi ko na nga kanina, we're talking about my resume and doing like voiceovers.
Hindi, hindi on your life, not ano.
So, babaguhin ko ba? Ano man tanong mo, hindi ko gets?
Ikaw, anong naiisip mo? Dumadating ka na sa ganyang
Na,
edad.
ito nga, tamad-tamad ko nga.
Yun lang yun?
Daming pang pwedeng gawin, di naman ginagawa.
Hindi.
Yun naman pala. Tama.
Anything else?
And feels like I'm going against David and Goliath here in the Philippines.
I was just thinking about that.
Baka hindi ka napapaisip sa partner mo, alagaan ba ako in
Ay,
the
hindi
future
naman.
nito?
Of course, hindi naman.
Okay, that's different naman. Masyado ka naman. Ikaw naman, no? Kung si AC palaging ganyan din ang sinasabi, di puro black eye na ako.
But you know, that's what I was saying a while ago, moving here back in high school and up until now, I still feel like there's some kind of David and Goliath. I'm going up against Goliath here in a sense that there's the culture shock is still different. It's not as, again, what do I know? But the way I imagine it to be there versus here, it's different.
Right. Do you think it's actually that, or maybe you're just holding on because you feel like you got something got taken away from you? Like the opportunity was taken away from you.
I wouldn't go as far as saying the word taken away. I was just blindly following. I didn't have any sa Tagalog nun, parang hindi pa nasisilangan ng like I was just
nasisikatan ng araw.
Okay. Please remember, I don't know all the Filipino words. I mean, you know.
No. I don't also. I'll
blind siya sa mga
just
example.
Following blindly. You don't really like life hasn't really smacked you in the face yet.
But it's been over 20 years, bro.
Some of us take longer than others.
It takes a lifetime to make that to get over it.
I was trying to describe that moment in time where I had supposedly no option but to follow. I was a minor.
Yeah, parang yung slow yung light niya, parang ganun.
Yeah, because I was.
Well, because you're still holding on to it, maybe. Could that be the case?
I don't know, but wait, what are we talking about here exactly?
The fact that
I'm lost.
Hirap niyang maka-adapt sa bagong generation. Example.
No, it's not the generation.
I think it's the void. May void eh. You know, all of a sudden there's like that empty hole that for some reason you've never ever able to either fill or cross.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Maybe. Possibly.
You know what? If ever that was the case, I don't blame you for it because it is hard.
You should talk to my therapist. You guys come up with an action plan together.
I don't know. Your therapist might charge me 1,000 pesos.
That's the frustrating thing. That's the frustrating thing about having to talk to a new stranger, therapist, counselor, stranger. It's that you have to like explain everything all over again. It's like, can't you just talk to Jason or Anthony or my friends? Like, because I have to explain it to you all over again. You should be telling
yourself that. You know, it's hard. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was in that position. I know what you're saying, and I can't imagine having that feeling, but at the same time, I can imagine it not being easy because it's a big gap. To me, if it was me, it would feel like something, a huge opportunity was taken from me. You know?
Yeah, but at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, it's fine. I can adjust. I'll figure it out.
That's the thing, though. Maybe you're not facing it. Maybe you just keep saying like, it's fine. And then what ends up happening is you're so strung up on it that nothing comes out of it and whatnot.
Yun.
Parang ganyan din ako eh. Mas mahirap nga lang yun sa akin. Ang hirap i-adapt.
Why?
For example, wala ka ng, yung before ako na nawalan, parang gano'n. Nawalan ka na ng isang paa.
I don't get it. So you just hop along.
Parang hindi mo ina-expect na mangyayari sa'yo na mangyayari. Na nangyari na.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, pag something like, pag ganyan mabigat ang nangyari sa isang buhay, kailangan gawin ang kailangan gawin. Kung hindi mo kailangan kumuha ng mahabang kahoy para bit-bitin at the same time, baka kailangan mo lang buksan ang puso mo.
Yun.
Yun.
Parang nabukas nga ang puso.
Oh. Tapos ang lumabas, si Christine. Oh! Wow! Wow!
My dad here has, I was about to talk about cashew nuts ba ang tawag doon? Castañas. No, castañas. So it's like parang season of castañas here now. And my dad has one of those nutcrackers that, pero ano siya, like it's a woman, and then you open her, you want to get it. So yeah, so that's what we've been cracking lately. The nut that we've been cracking,
huh? Pardon the pun.
But, to twist it on a positive light, if I didn't move back here, I wouldn't have spent more time with my dad. I wouldn't have gotten to know the rest of my relatives.
What in the bejesus is that?
Can you hold the nut open?
Is that a nutcracker?
Yes. That's the nut. Here's the cracker.
Yeah.
You put it there.
Oh, wow.
And then you
squeeze her legs together.
Yeah. There, you crack it open. Can you hear it?
It's not working.
It's not working.
Wait,
but yeah, so it's mahunat. I think
mali ka kasi.
Kailangan painit. Anyway, so that's how it works.
Yeah.
We just got distracted about cracking it open. So so sometimes you have castañas and sometimes you don't. It's seasonal here in the Philippines.
Is that a metaphor for something?
Anyway, just try to make do with what we have.
I think we're done for the day. I think we're done for the
nuts open. Okay, dokes.
All right, guys. Thank you for sticking in with us. Facebook. Oh, we had a comment. Holy crap! I didn't even know.
What's up?
An old friend of mine who is now a video watcher or watched some part of the episode. She commented, "Smarts doesn't have mean academically." What? Smarts doesn't mean you academic smart. I don't know what she meant by that. You can build your own business without a college degree. It's just that type of skills that you want. Oh yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with her.
All right.
Verdi. I'm not gonna tell you her real name, but Verdi.
Yeah, I was specifically talking about academic smart. I wanted to be academic smart.
You just weren't.
But that's right, though. There's a totally different thing. If you're street smart, you're gonna have to be street smart versus academic smart. Yeah, we could talk about that next time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, Facebook. Thank you for welcoming us. First time live broadcast on Facebook. We will do it again this Sunday. 6
Go ahead. This episode is over.
Time. Did you hear me? Are you listening?
Yeah, 6 Eastern
Sunday,
time.
6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's 7 p.m. Philippine time.
Okay.
I have a guest right here, by the way. Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi. Boom. She hasn't said hi in a while. Say hi, baby.
Hey. She's gotten taller. She's losing that baby look already.
Oh my gosh, this girl is like so maarte. Just like that. Okay, go.
Next thing you know, she'll be dating.
Stop it. Don't say that. Right now. Oh my God. On the next episode, we're going to discuss about teenage dating. My daughter is now approaching that, and it's scaring the crap out of me. It's pissing me off. On the next episode.
Yeah, let's talk about you next time. This is getting too uncomfortable for me right now. I'm like not even joking. My armpits are sweating.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
Let's say goodbye.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Again, we'll see you this Sunday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific time? Is that Pacific?
No.
Philippine times. Anyway, thank you very much. TikTok, thank you. Christine, good morning.
Even though we are in the Pacific, we don't call it Pacific time. We just call it Philippine time.
I don't. All right, guys. Thank you very much. This is The Flip Side, episode 95, Down the Drain. The Flip Side with Jay&Noel. My name is Jay.
Name's Noel.
We'll catch you guys later.
On the flip side.
Nothing.
Leave meeting. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Stop live stream. You can catch the full episodes on youtube.com at The FlipSide with Jay&Noel. Full episodes uploaded every Wednesdays and Saturdays.